Good afternoon, early evening. This is meteorologist Ted Keller with an update on our late season first full day of spring snowfall expected in here tomorrow. What is going on with this? Lots of speculation. As usual with all snows, the models have spiked to ridiculousness a couple of times, and we're going to try to sort through all that and see what we're going to come up with. First of all, it helps to look at trends. Now, this is something I talked about on my blog and on this video presentation yesterday. These are ensemble runs. All that means you take the same data from the same time, run it, tweak it a little bit mathematically, see what kind of spread you get. Springfield on the left, Mountain Home, Arkansas on the right, they're both looking as if they've been trending upwards with their snowfall. So the red and the green and the purple were earlier runs. The blue was the latest one, and that has gone up to a mean of all the runs of about 4 inches in both locations, a little less in Mountain Home, almost on that mark in Springfield. Now, does that mean it's going to snow 4 inches? Well, that again is a computer forecast, but the trends are sometimes important. They haven't gone away, and they're very persistent. It's a wet snow. A couple things to keep in mind. Here's the latest snow projections, the one on the left, and I should have wrote that down, but we can just scribble it in. This was the morning run, so this represents conditions run from 7 a.m. this morning, and then this one here is the run we got into the office here at about 1 p.m. So this is the later one, and the snow total's diminished a little bit. Now this is a 6-inch bullseye in north central Arkansas. That is gone, replaced by maybe a 5 in there somewhere in a total. The projection of it is about the same. It's been moving around too. So that's what we're up against. Now, on this particular model run, the overall totals have gone down a little bit, so that's something to consider as well. And we'll take a look at a couple more things too I want you to be mindful of as we get into this. First of all, let's take a look at one thing. Let's look at the timing of this. This is a 3-hour snow accumulation. So if you just loop through this, or I step through this, it'll give you an idea of when the snow is supposed to arrive. So this is supposed to be valid at 1 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. So it's just getting into Lamar, north to Nevada, into Springfield perhaps. At leading edge of that will sublimate or evaporate as it comes down a little bit. Then we're into that snow by about 3, that's the 4 o'clock map, so 3 to 4 time frame for Springfield. Then it really hits at about 7 p.m. in north central Arkansas. So that's the thing. After sunset, and in north central Arkansas, where temperatures have a chance to cool a little bit, I think the blitz, if there's going to be one, will be in south central Missouri and north central Arkansas. So we go to 1 p.m., and it's virtually out of our viewing area. Down around the Batesville-Jonesboro area if it holds together. And notice that the accumulating snow actually begins to disappear after a while because warmer temperatures are actually forecast to come in on Friday this way. And then that's the one last thing I'm going to demonstrate here for you. I'm going to change gears and show you something different here. Let's instead fill in temperature and do that and go backwards in time again. So the freezing line is basically this dark blue area here. This is where it's going to be 32 or less in that area. So let's watch and see what happens to that. So again, this is tomorrow at 1 p.m., right on the line with freezing. So a quick melting of snow should happen. Even if you get 2 inches, half of it will probably disappear within a couple of hours. Still in the core cold there, but it's not much of a core cold. This is at 7 p.m. tomorrow, about 10 p.m. tomorrow night. And then you can see now these are morning hours on Friday. That's about 7 a.m. Notice the warmth coming in there. So keeping it abnormally cold in this area where there's expected to be still a snowpack on the ground. So the models pick up on that sort of thing. But even having said that, all that right there on Friday afternoon, this is at 4 o'clock, is above freezing. So even if we get 4 inches, a little bit more in some areas, it's going to disappear pretty rapidly. And the last thing I want to emphasize, and I talked about in my morning blog, is that the overall liquid precipitation we expect between now and when another storm comes through this weekend is probably going to be in the 1 inch to 1.5 inches range, which is fantastic news for the drought-stricken Ozarks, especially if we can nudge it the more west we can in our area, the better off we'll be. I'll have more updates on this as they become available, just special updates, and of course tomorrow will be a busy day, and I'll have complete coverage on the social media and on my blog, ozarksweather.com.